Assalamu alaikum. Om Shanti. Greetings of peace. Welcome to the May 2023 episode of Peace Drops for the Great Green Wall. My name is David, and I'm happy to be your host for this episode. Peace Drops for the Great Green Wall is a meditation initiative convened by the Brahma Kumaris World Spiritual University. It started in June of 2022 and is a monthly initiative to send positive energy and good wishes to support the Great Green Wall. The Great Green Wall is a growing wonder of the world. It is an environmental initiative stretching across the whole width of Africa, an 8,000-kilometer reforestation and soil conservation initiative involving many African countries. It was started by the African Union in 2007. Desertification and drought are serious threats to sustainable development. They can lead to food and water shortages, increase poverty, and create tensions, conflict, and a lack of hope. The Great Green Wonder is one initiative to overcome these challenges and build peace. Peace Drops for the Great Green Wall is a spiritual approach to empower the Great Green Wall initiative through inner peace, universal values, and personal and collective resilience. Our thoughts carry power, and our positive thoughts and good wishes for the Great Green Wall and for those working on the initiative will further their success. Our value-based inputs, meditation, and prayers will spread harmony, encourage peace, and hopefully grow a wall of hope. This month, our focus is on Eritrea and the foundational value of peace. Eritrea is on the east coast of Africa, part of the Horn of Africa, and borders countries like Ethiopia, Sudan, and Egypt. Eritrea is a beautiful country of diverse environments, including a long border on the Red Sea, dramatic highlands, and hot coastal plains. It is a country of approximately 5 million people and has an equal mix of Muslim and Orthodox or Coptic Christian believers. In the cities and towns of Eritrea, you can hear the call for worship from the nearby mosque, as well as from the nearby Orthodox Church. Eritrea historically was part of the Kingdom of Axum, but has endured a long civil war, unrest, and border conflicts with its neighbors for the past 60 years. The lack of peace has hindered Eritrea's development and damaged its environment. Eritrean religious leaders have made a spiritual call on believers to fast and pray so God can end war. On the environmental side, Eritrea has had a successful summer student tree planting program for decades that has been effective in promoting advocacy for environmental management. But climate change continues to pose wide-ranging challenges to food and nutrition security, water supply, public health, and wildlife. Progress in terracing to restore and rehabilitate degraded land and in reducing poverty and strengthening food security is happening in Eritrea, and income-generating activities targeting poor and vulnerable people, including women-headed households, is having some success. However, a sustained peace will bring more benefits and sustainable hope. It is our belief that peace is an energy that starts inside, that every individual can nurture peace within themselves. And once they're able to do that, they can share this energy with others, together with virtues of coolness, tolerance, forgiveness, acceptance, and patience. And that energy of peace can grow and empower people to build sustained peace in their families, their communities, and their nations. In this initiative, we are hoping that showering peace drops on Eritrea will support the success of the Great Green Wall and sustainable positive change for the people of Eritrea and the surrounding region. We hope you will enjoy the next 30 minutes of meditation, nurturing the value of peace and learning about Eritrea, and contribute your own positive energy for peace.
I come originally from Eritrea, so I grew up in the capital Asmara, but we were really happy as children when it rains, when rains fall. But sometimes there were times where there was no rain for consecutive 2 or 3 years, and you see it in the eyes of your parents, in the eyes of everyone who is an adult, that the consequences of drought. You see it in the consequence of the food prices. So I was not responsible at the time, I was a kid, but we were sharing the happiness when rains fall, but we're also were impacted by drought when there was no rain for consecutive years. So it was really a good feeling when it rains. The atmosphere in the family, in the house changes, that rains are coming, crops are going to grow, there will be more food. So it really, really gives me a lot of passion now to work on drought. When drought strikes, everyone is affected. That means it doesn't really discriminate in terms of sectors, in terms of countries, in terms of who is going to be affected. So we have, in the end, realized that drought is not going anywhere. And I'm very hopeful that the momentum has come for every one of us to work on drought in non-drought times, to be prepared. We should not be waiting for drought to strike. We have to really act on it before it has taken its toll. Drought that affects Ethiopia affects Kenya, Somalia, Eritrea. So there is a lot of opportunity to cooperate. So coordination, cooperation, and communication is very important. And one thing that I would also tend to say is drought is expensive. When it strikes and when we are going to respond to it, then it is very expensive. There is a lot of, it makes economic sense to invest in drought measures in non-drought times, then we can really minimize its impact.
the seed of peace. In a silent moment in my mind, I imagine I sit under the majestic and graceful baobab tree in the land of Africa. When I do it, I think of my seed inside, the seed of peace in me, like an ancient seed. It's been always in me, and it will always be. My eternal seed of peace. When I remember it, I become peaceful. This pure seed of peace in me is the inner silence filled with the truth. I am peace. Deep inside, I am still and free from any disturbances. I am non-violent, and I am resourceful in my true state of peace. Let me sit with this peace for a moment. I enjoy this peaceful state of mind. And in this awareness of my inner peace, I easily connect with the source of peace for all, the divine. And my peace becomes the benevolent power to create peaceful thoughts, peaceful feelings, peaceful vibrations, and peaceful atmosphere that flows out from me and touches all forms of life, the whole creation. So in my peaceful mind again, I picture the tree of Sahel region, with all people in various countries involved in the Great Green Wall, in regenerating the degraded land and connecting the broken hearts. This powerful and peaceful atmosphere embraces them and heals them. Especially and consciously, I think of the regions, the countries, all the people involved in any type of conflict. And I send this healing energy of non-violence, peace, and love to all of them. So they all can become still again. They all can return to their seeds of peace within. So we all together can sow the seeds of peace across the land of Sahel. I am peaceful being. I have the power to generate peace inside, which then radiates and touches the hearts of other people and all living beings on the land of the beautiful Sahel. People and nature return to their original, true, eternal state of peace. The whole unlimited tree becomes peaceful again.
to have a better world for human beings, we need, number one is peace. If we have peace in each and every countries, people can live together, people can work hard, people can live in harmony.
As civil war was killing young men in conflict in the north of his country, Adamo was thinking of the need for unity and peace. He wanted to do something. He couldn't sleep. He dreamed of taking a message of peace, salam, to every part of the country. He prepared his vehicle with white flags, with peace doves, and posters for peace. He mounted a loudspeaker to play songs of peace and harmony. He called himself a peace traveler. He went first to the north of the country nearest the conflict and drove through many towns and villages and spoke messages of peace. People listened. They followed him. They thanked him for giving them hope. And he kept going. Greetings. We hope you enjoyed the last 30 minutes of Peace Drops. We hope the program empowered you with the energy of peace, which you shared with others, and that energy helps grow peace in your families and your communities. We focus today on Eritrea, but our hope is to build peace in all the countries where the Great Green Wall Initiative is underway, and to contribute peaceful and positive energy to you and to everyone in the world. I had the opportunity to live in Ethiopia and travel close to the border with Eritrea, and people there are hungry for peace. I'm reminded of a Hausa proverb from Nigeria, Salama maganin zaman dunya. Peace is the medicine that heals the world. In Tigrinya, one of the major languages of Eritrea, they say, everything passes and only love remains. And they say the beauty of a tree is its leaves, and the beauty of a person is patience. I think this wisdom can help us love, heal, and protect. It can help us grow and nurture ourselves and our environment, and ultimately, it can help save our planet. It's our wish you will continue to nurture universal values like peace and spend time growing positive spiritual energy and sharing it with the world. See you the second Sunday of every month for another episode of Peace Drops for the Great Green Wall. Om Shanti. Now go to jail.